All right. Hello, people of the internet. Welcome to the fan base. We are back for episode 2 of our Fantasy by Firelight campaign. We had, I really appreciate... we appreciate all of the views on the last episode. That was really cool to see. And
Okay.
oh, looks like... Oh, what's...
Fucking automatic updates.
Okay, we've had a fair few technical difficulties today, so I apologize for the delay in going live. But we are here to start the second episode. If you haven't seen the first episode, I recommend going to watch that before watching this one. If you miss the stream, it will be uploaded to YouTube pretty much immediately after. It'll begin the process of uploading. But yeah, I think everybody's webcams are going off. Yeah. Mason, are you all right?
Discord is fucking dying. Stream is cursed.
Yeah, stream is cursed. We'll get all the technical difficulties out first.
I think Mason probably DC'd. Yep, there he goes.
And
there he is.
Okay.
The camera's okay.
This is what we've been dealing with for the last 15 minutes, guys.
it's typical with us.
Not at all.
Yeah. Welcome back, Mason.
There's a storm.
Yeah.
We just introduced.
There's a storm overhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hit Jeremy already.
Yeah, and it'll probably hit them.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
So
when everyone's
let's instead of just sitting around to wait for more technical difficulties, let's begin and see how far we can get before before the entire thing self-destructs.
Hang on, I need to interrupt for a second.
Mason's camera went fully.
Yes, hello?
Oh.
I'm here.
Wow.
All right. So without further ado, you can see that this stream is a mess, guys. Professionalism went out the window after the first 30 crashes, but
I've got double reps, so there's no professionalism left.
That's fair.
So real question, were we ever professional?
I certainly
No.
tried to be, but that didn't seem to work out. So guys, without further ado, welcome to Fantasy by Firelight. welcome back. And now we begin the second episode of Fantasy by Firelight. Somebody's echoing now.
I don't hear any echo.
Do you have the stream open?
I do not know.
Oh.
I don't hear any echo on my side.
You don't hear any echo?
Bruh.
Seeing Jeremy's thing light up.
Oh, yep.
Is it?
Yeah. But it was.
Okay.
I think it's myself.
Let's get into this session. Before I just have an aneurysm.
You haven't already?
I think it's on the clock. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Alrighty, so today we're beginning the second episode of Fantasy by Firelight, entitled Beware the Master of the Night. Alright.
Excuse me.
So
Fucks with us because we don't know why it's called that, you motherfucker.
yes, that's the only reason I tell you guys the episode titles. Alright. So, to recap what happened last session.
It's a session where it's just like death of the player, and she's like, what?
It's funny. This episode's called Mahar Dies. Yeah, like it's weird. So, all right.
The only one who doesn't do fuckery during stream dies.
Yeah.
Start.
All right.
Like you want to.
So, guys. So, to recap the last episode. Last time, your ragtag group of misfits and knuckleheads met up in a small town, enjoying the local fair. Somebody's camera's gone black. That's wonderful.
Steven put his hand over it.
For some reason. Anyways.
He's probably talking to somebody.
Fair enough. All right. And
Steven, don't do that.
as you were enjoying the festivities, you heard a bit of a disturbance down by the docks. Rushing to see what was going on, you noticed that one of the human trading vessels, was up in flames. As you guys rushed to save the day and save the lives of the crew members, you discovered that the ship was transporting a religious idol, a golden idol, belonging to the Church of Ashira. As you guys as you left the local townsguard to handle the mystery on their own, for the time being, you noticed a mysterious figure in an alleyway. You followed and managed to eavesdrop on their conversation. Hearing their conversation and recognizing that this attack was the work of the cult of ethics, you rushed to the townsguard to give them the news. The townsguard sent you and some of their best to the old abandoned worshipping spot for the cult of ethics in the middle of the forest. You guys began your trek through the forest, and eventually you stumbled upon a clearing in the woods. And in this clearing, you found a stone structure at its center. As you approached, the old wooden door began to open, and you could see a figure standing there. And in the background, behind him, you could see a large shadowy mass moving behind him. And that's where we left off last time. So this is where you guys stand right now in the middle of this clearing, as this door opens, and you see a figure standing there, a little shocked at your appearance, not really expecting to have visitors, it seems. But then, as he sort of looks your group over, kind of cracks a sly smile. So, we've been discovered. And you all recognize the voice, because it is the same voice that Vaunt overheard in that dark alleyway.
Hey Josh, do you remember the rock from last session?
I do remember the rock from last session.
How my
yeah.
character's holding a rock?
Yes, I do recall that, yeah.
It's time. It's
Is
time
it?
for rock.
Is it?
Throwing rock time.
Okay.
Hey.
And
Initiating
I'm
the
gonna
rock
strength
throwing.
check that rock at that guy's face.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's Cult Leader. Rock.
+2. 20.
Say again, what was it?
18 plus 2, 20.
Okay. So,
Is this
quickly.
called the Dark Forest, right?
Huh?
The Dark Woods.
Dark Hollows.
It's
Woods.
the Dark Hollow.
Oh,
That's the name
Dark
of it.
I'm the
Hollows.
one that remembers the name. Shocker.
I remember that.
I
Hey,
didn't
I
remember.
spilled fucking grape juice all over my notes, so fuck off.
I misspelled a lot in my notes.
Let's keep going.
Okay. So, see here. Okay. So what'd you roll? You rolled an can't speak an
Natural
unnatural
20.
An unnatural 20. Okay. So, as soon as this figure opens the door and speaks, Sinner picks reels back his arm and chucks the rock that he picked up earlier, not waiting for any further discussion. And the rock sails through the air. And as it is about to hit the figure, you're sure you've got this on target. You're sure it's going to be a direct hit. And it phases right through him.
You lost your rock.
Yes, and you can hear the sound of the rock as it tumbles down
Knew it.
tumbles down the stairs behind the figure. Figure just kind of laughs.
That was a well-placed throw, my friend.
Too bad it didn't hit
It
him.
was also well placed illusion.
And then, as the laughters finish, the figure disappears.
I don't like that guy.
I don't think you need me to tell you that was mighty suspicious.
You think?
Now,
So
now that there's no figure in front of the doorway, you can see with some more clarity the large shape that was behind, and you can see burning red eyes as it looks forward towards you. You can see a light, a fiery ember emanating from its maw. Sort of cocks its head before deciding it's not interested in you and turning around back down the staircase.
Well, everything here looks normal to me. I say we go back to town. Who's with me?
Good. Let me see.
Can I make any sort of check to see if I could
Yeah.
Can I make like a perception check to see what it was before it leaves?
That's what I was gonna
Really
do.
quickly, let me see.
I was also gonna want to do that, but whichever one has the higher one of us can roll and check.
I
If
don't
it's-
You
plus
can
myself.
roll perception, but unless you have the necessary knowledge ahead of time, you might not be able to recognize it.
Why can't I just
Um,
use Divine Sense?
What? Because it might not be a zombie. That only works
Could be a
with
celestial.
zombies.
I can look for celestial, fiends, and undead within 60 feet.
I have.
I can tell you
okay.
what, it's gonna notice something.
I have nature. I have the nature skill.
What's the roll? Because I think Nicholas can roll.
Perception.
Wait.
Perception
So
roll?
wait. What can you wait? Really quick. Jeremy, what can you roll for, or what can you just
Celestial, fiend, undead.
Okay.
That is not behind total cover.
Okay. You can give that a try if you want.
Why
You wanna use
the
that?
hell not? Hey, a 7. That's great.
That you do not recognize it. No.
That
Your
does
senses.
work.
There's something about this area that kind of dulls your senses.
Okay, I don't know how that affects that. So I have nature. I have the nature skill, which lets me recall my information on animals. I don't know if that
There's-
necessarily would be a form of perception or insight check. that can be used in that nature? I'm curious about that.
You can perhaps roll me. Let's see. Yeah, you can roll me a base perception check and let's see.
Plus 30, so I don't know. That is a 14.
A 14?
Yes. Is it?
So
I
you.
assume it's dark out, right?
It is night. Yes.
Okay.
There's a pretty substantial echo, and I'm kind of worried it's coming up in the stream. Does anybody know where it's coming from?
It was Jeremy's mic again for some reason.
Huh. That's so weird.
Anyone forget to mute the YouTube stream?
I know I didn't.
I don't have it open.
It's so weird.
Maybe
I have it on my phone.
That's so weird.
turn down everyone's volume a bit, Jeremy, because it could just be your volume through your headset's loud enough that it's getting picked up by the headset mic.
Yeah, hang on.
Okay, so Valgrim.
Yeah, I think it's only Josh getting picked up. You should probably just lower Josh.
Mute him.
Yeah, he's just really loud.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need him anyway.
Okay, so Valgrim, with that perception check, you're able to make out the details of the creature that's walking away from you. You don't necessarily recognize it, but as it's walking away, you can see that it does have the silhouette of some kind of hound as it's walking away. It's some kind of it's a canine of some sort. It has a canine silhouette.
I relate to the group. I say, from what I gathered, it looked like some form of hound or a dog-like animal. I couldn't get very many details, but
So it would
did anyone
appear that
notice anything else?
It is now finished walking down the steps farther than you can see it.
Okay.
Is it a good boy is the real question.
That is the question. Yeah.
Or
Howdy.
good girl. Or good
It
girl.
seems he's got himself a guide dog.
That was not within my ability to check, but
The
I'm
other
assuming
question is how
no.
dangerous it is.
of course, I'm nervous.
Can I turn to Bazo and like Bazo? What is your opinion on this? Like
Who are you turning to, you said?
To Bazo, one of the guys.
Okay.
Like, what do you think our next
The girls.
best course of action would be? I'm turning to Bazo specifically.
Well, we sort of came here expecting there'd be something here, so I guess we don't stop now.
Right, of course. Is a marching order a good idea?
Are you asking him that
God
again?
damn it, this party in marching orders. God damn it.
Stop.
No,
Personally-
they don't need to know. Just say no marching orders.
That's less important. It's an open
Can we at least
field.
put the right
I don't think a marching order would help.
I'll go first. Give me some fucking inspiration.
I don't see the use. Personally, I
How
don't see the
long
use
do-
in marching order. We're in an open field.
You are currently in an open
Well, we're
field,
going
yes,
to be
but
going down. Aren't we going to be going down that
True.
staircase over there?
Yeah.
Do we have
I don't know how long the staircase is, and my inspiration only lasts 10 minutes.
Do we
Mahar,
have
why don't
a-
you just lead the way?
I have a question first.
It's
Do we have,
oh my
do we have
god,
any kind
no,
of?
you fucking lead the way.
my
Do we have
god,
any
damn
kind
it.
of ability?
No thanks.
Your microphone peaked a little too loud, Jeremy.
we have Do we have any abilities that we can use to probe before we head in? Get some little more information before we go walking down a literal stairwell into the darkness?
I mean,
I'm
yeah,
not
fine.
sending Borrow down there, that's for sure.
Okay, then. That'll work.
Even but that poor bird.
I'm not sending him down there.
Do we have anything we can send?
As the
maybe a
smallest
sparrow?
object, he has the least IQ to just be murdered. So I say we send the bird.
We're not sending my bird.
Cool, we're
Let's
sending the
just
bird.
Now, no time for cowardice. We did come here for a fight.
All in favor of sending the bird,
We
say
did?
aye.
I'm
Nay.
less acting cowardly and more being requesting more information before we head into the fight.
But the problem is that there is no information. We'll be here all day if we try to get information, like this much information. We don't really have many options here.
Who is currently standing in front of the doorway?
There's only one path forward,
Who's-
so let's go.
So are you guys going to begin? Are you guys going to walk down the stairs?
Yes.
Who is standing in front of the
Relax.
doorway?
So,
Nobody at the
Uh,
moment.
Shit.
Guess I could just try and rip the doorway open so I can get through first.
You can
it
try,
is
yeah.
stone. It is stone.
Well, the door is not stone. The door is wood.
No, I understand, but he wants to rip the doorway. The doorway is stone.
Well,
Have you
door is
done
not-
that in every campaign you've ever been in?
Well, it depends what the hinges are made out of.
it's, you know what? Will kind of has done that in every campaign I've DM'd.
I said rip the doorway open so I could get through because I'm assuming I'm not big. It's not big enough.
It's not big enough. Yeah.
You'd
You'd be able to.
doorway, not the door.
Yeah, you'd be able to fit through the stairs. The stairways are the stairway's a lot taller, but the actual building atop it is too small for you.
All right, yield rip doorway open so I can get in.
All right, roll me a strength check.
16.
16. With very minimal effort, you're able to rip the door off its hinges as well as tear down a bit of the wall alongside it, making it big enough of a passage for you to make your way through.
All right.
We decided who's going first.
Does he fit in the stairway?
He does fit in the
Yes.
stairway, yes. He does fit in the
They said.
stairway, yes.
Now, who's going first?
Robot?
Robot.
I
Two for
would
the
say
robot.
the most. I would say the most protective and
First.
defensive. The one warrior made of the most rugged material, who could brave any attack. The
So the
strongest.
bird.
Yeah, the robots. The robots.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
that's
robot.
just the robot.
The robot,
Yeah,
yes.
that's just the robot.
The robot, yes. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
All
Very
right.
wordy, aren't
So,
you?
Let's go.
So Sinner begins to take the first few steps into down the staircase, and the second you do, the second each of you begin to make your way down the staircase, you get an odd feeling, an eerie feeling, like you've just walked into a very unholy place. This place has some very dark history. You kind of get that feeling.
Oh God, it's a Taco Bell.
Oh my god. So you should
I've always been more of a Wendy's person.
No, it's a Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Anyways, so you begin to make your way down the staircase. And it takes you quite a while. This is far deeper of a staircase than you had imagined when you first walked through. And but eventually you do reach the bottom. Arriving at the bottom of the staircase, you arrive in a pretty open room. It's a pretty large circular room with a mural painted on the back wall and two statues of jeweled dragons kind of lining the entryway as you enter in. But other than that, there's nothing that you can see from here.
Can I try and pry some of the jewels off the statue?
You can, yeah. So you walk
While he
over.
commits larceny, can I
Damn it,
do a...
You play like a
Go ahead.
so beautiful.
So as you go over to the jeweled dragon statues, roll me a strength check to see if you can pry them off.
Okay, while he's committing larceny, I want to
15.
do a religion check
15?
on the mural.
Yeah, with a modifier of 2.
17 then?
Yes.
Okay. So with the 17, you're able to you approach one of the larger sapphires embedded in the statue, and after a while of working at it, prying things under it, you're able to get it to pop right off into your hand.
Looks like it was a good idea to come down here anyways.
Alrighty. What is everybody else doing?
Well, for the third time, I want to try and make a religion check on the mural.
Okay.
Does 4 pass?
A 4 does not. You
You know what? This is cursed. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah, you can recognize some of the religious iconography, some of the more major things, but nothing enough to really make sense of what the mural is.
Josh, would Sinner have advantage if he did a religious check on this specific mural?
Yes, you would. You would
Can
have.
he do a religious check?
You can roll a religion check with advantage.
Ten.
10 with advantage?
Yes.
Oh god. So you can make some sense of the mural. You do recognize, of course, the
I
fair
recognize
image.
some of these images.
Yeah, you recognize the fair image of your goddess Ashira, and you can, looking at the mural in front of you, you can see that in this depiction she appears to be slain by some figure that you do not recognize.
Did I?
I'm to break this mural.
Okay. No, no.
I have a question.
Nothing hasty.
Are there any things that definitively? Are there anything that definitively, for instance, like on the mural or something like that, that definitively depicts Essex? Just
Ethics?
for verification.
Ethics?
Sorry.
You don't necessarily know what ethics looks like, so you wouldn't know that. Since it's not a figure that you're particularly familiar with.
Oh, you know what I just remembered?
What?
I didn't know if that was included with some of the knowledge I learned from
No.
my friend at the.
The actual physical descriptions of the demigods are very hard to find. They're hard to define. Like, there are very few people that know what they look like. Because it's.
May I perform a religion
They would still
check
have
to see if-
interpretations.
May
every-
I
is
do
ev-
a religion check just
Man,
to see what it is?
Is everybody gonna perform a religion check on this mural? Sure.
Well,
I was
wait,
about to
actually,
just like
no.
pray to my god, but okay.
Yeah. You know what? I don't have actually that good religion. Can I do another perception check on the room to see if I notice anything out of the ordinary?
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. Perception is wisdom. Why is it? Okay. Just gonna roll with the dice. 5.
You don't see anything. Everything seems pretty. It's a very decrepit chamber, very old, it's aged, wearied. A lot of the stone is crumbling away, but nothing out of the ordinary or far from what you'd expect.
I'm about to anger you. Can I roll a perception check to see if the enemy / the beast we saw is hiding or visibly seen in this room?
At least. Okay, you can try, but there. When you walked in this room, there was nothing completely out in the open that you could see. Like, they weren't in this room that you could see.
Maybe hiding. I mean.
Yeah.
I can notice them.
You can roll a perception check. You can roll a perception check.
The guy's actually a rogue, and he's like really good at hiding stuff.
That
Well,
is.
cast
Oh well,
invisibility.
that's great. That's a 10.
You sort of see more of the same. It's just a decrepit kind of rundown chamber.
Okay.
But that's all you can really see.
You know, I just completely forgot Nicholas has a +3 to religion checks.
Oh, does he?
Why don't we have a better?
Can
religion check
the
than you?
silent skeleton do it
Would you like to roll? Sure, roll a religion check
for
Nicholas. Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Did you say a natural 20 or unnatural?
Unnatural 20.
Okay. All right. So with a 20, you're able to make out a bit more than what these other two were. So Nicholas is able to decipher this mural with flying colors with ease.
Brain plays, man.
Yeah. So Nicholas does recognize this as a depiction of the demigod Etix slaying his mother Ashira, he also would recognize with that 20 that this is a common symbol used among Etix's cult to depict Etix's rise to power. That this is to foretell his rise to power by slaying the one that gave him life.
What a fucking bitch. Do you want me to RP Nicholas telling everyone, or just say
No,
he
it's
tells everyone?
it's fine. We'll just say he tells everyone. Since he's not here, we don't want anybody kind of stepping on his toes, role playing wise.
I knew that.
Okay.
I knew that.
You knew that? Yeah, sure.
It's time for the bonk stick on this mural.
Wait,
Maybe-
Can I convince? Now we could always do so afterwards. The fact is that this place could be running with enemies. Simply destroying things could be dangerous.
The twig has a point.
Like, I address the people. I say,
Fuck 'em.
You-
Can I roll
address-
perception on you?
Can you roll?
I mean not perception, persuasion.
You can roll a
Perception.
roll a roll a persuasion check on him.
Yeah, I'm a bard. I'm good at this. Please do not destroy the mule. Pretty please, persuasion +5.
What would I
Beat
have
a
to
9.
counter that? A
You have to beat a
charisma
9.
saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to
go
beat a
with that.
9.
Yeah, that won't be.
16.
So you
Okay.
you fail
I'm the
to
worst bard
your
ever.
your
I'm the
words
worst bard ever.
your words fall on deaf ears.
And Sinner is gonna walk up to this mural and full force bow staff smash the mural.
Alrighty, roll me a strength check.
As he's doing it, can I take like 30 feet back, steps back?
You could, yeah.
I do that.
I'm so
I like to think that. I like to think that at this point, while he's right before he does it, Valgren's just looking at it, putting the dots together from what he learned at the church of why they seek the idols, why specifically of that goddess, and then he's just putting it, and then he just goes, and everything crashes right in front of him. That's all I'm imagining.
Okay.
12. Does bow staff hit the wall?
Does bow staff hit the wall? Bow staff does hit the wall. Though with a 12, it's not enough damage to completely destroy the mural, but you put a pretty big crack through it.
Yeah.
I just start punching the fucking wall and ripping it apart.
Okay.
I start grabbing him. I say, "Excuse me, Mr. Sinner, stop! What are you doing?"
You're gonna
try to
grab
hold-
him?
I'm gonna try to hold it back, considering.
So, well, as-
considering
Roll a strength check on Valgren. Roll a strength check.
considering we're in enemy territory
Strength
and he
saving
destroys
throw.
one of the things they harbor the most. It's still frightening.
Wait, actually, before the mule is completely destroyed, could I do an Arcana check on the mule?
Could you do an arcana?
Little
You
late
want to
for
run
that one.
You want to roll an
Little
arcana
late.
check? Sure. You can
I
roll.
rolled a nat 20. I rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a nat 20. Well, you've successfully stopped Sinner from
Don't I
further
have to do a
destruction.
strength saving throw, though?
Sure, but you'd also have to roll
Unless
a
you
20.
also get a nat 20.
Okay, I want you to explain how he stopped.
That's a good question. 13 is not successful.
I tell him like, Sinner, what are you doing?
So, as-
we just got into this random pit, and you're breaking the one thing they probably harbor the most emotions over, the most caring over. You're just destroying it.
That's the point.
So, as Valgrind is sort of pulling on you, trying to stop you from destroying this mural, you begin to feel one of the beads on your necklace begin to vibrate and.
Oh. I guess Sinner's gonna completely stop dead still and place his hand on the bead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as
Oh, by the way, on that Arcana check, I rolled 18 plus 2, unnatural 20.
Okay, so this is gonna happen at the same time then, for the sake of this would be a cool scene. So as Sinner puts his hand on the bead, he begins to hear a voice resonating through his mind. Calm yourself, my child. Anger will lead you down the path of mistakes. And as she finishes speaking, the bead begins to cease its vibration. And as soon as you hear that message in your mind, Rohan, checking for any sort of magical meaning to this mural, notices that cleverly hidden within the strokes and the paint strokes and everything of this mural is a magical circuit hidden within the image. That during your rampage, you managed to nearly miss the vital parts of the circuit as you were going on your rampage.
Do I notice anything about the circuit
You-
specifically? Like what?
You do not have enough knowledge on this particular area to know what this circuit is designed for. But given that it's in an occult worshipping spot, it's probably not anything good.
So I have two theories. One, this mural has the ability to grant them greater powers. Two, if we destroy it, it will explode.
Is this?
I don't like either of those options.
May I ask you? Do you think this is the spell they use to sacrifice the idol to gain power? Could this
I
potentially
don't know
be
if
that
they
spell?
I don't even know if they need a spell for that.
What you're saying
Well,
is
like-
50-50. It could be giving them power. I don't like those odds. We should destroy it.
Let's. Okay. What? Hear me out. In case it explodes, I'm going to point out to Vaughn specifically where the circuits are, and we all take 30 step back, and Vaughn shoots it.
I agree.
Just hear me out. Oh, just 120 steps back for high level spells.
Tokesh.
First of all, I'm gonna talk to Sinner. Sinner just stopped and he's like, "Sinner, are you okay? Look, I know I stopped you from trying to destroy the mirror, but are you okay?" All he literally did this.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened,
It's like
yeah.
that's not a normal thing to do. So
It is for him.
Yeah, but I don't know Sinner. Falcon doesn't know Sinner.
Well, you just learned about him now.
Okay.
Good job.
I'm like, are you okay?
Power called to me to stop.
I see. I'm sorry. I just never experienced someone do that form of communication before. Apologize.
Okay. So, what
It's
you
called
guys
Discord, bro.
So what's you guys' plan?
Am I shooting it?
Are you shooting
Does
it?
anyone have any long-ranged cantrip spells that could do damage?
I'm pretty sure our boy Nicholas does. Yes, he does.
Ooh. What if Nicholas does a long-range cantrip and destroys the painting?
Oh.
I think that'll have more effect.
Can Nicholas convey that with the party? It's like, I can do it. I
Sure.
can blow the fucker up from far away.
Sure.
Fuck, I felt in an Irish accent.
Oh gosh.
So we all.
Alright, so you all step back.
Yeah.
I hesitantly move back. Hesitantly.
Okay.
Everyone, Sinner will gladly move the fuck away.
I know this is like a random seems like a random question, but promise me it makes sense to me. I'm just curious. I know at this point it's kind of mute, but how mural? Just curious. I don't think we ever got that dimensions of it.
Say again? You cut out for me.
What is the size of the mural?
The size of the mural, it's about 10 foot tall, like on the back wall. It's about 10 foot high and about 20 foot long, along the back radius kind of the.
Okay.
That's almost as tall as Sinner.
That's for a little thing for me. Little
Yeah.
thing for in case something. Just want to know.
Okay.
Man, that's almost as tall as the robot.
Impressive.
Yeah. So you guys all take steps back, and are you gonna have Nicholas fire off a cantrip at it?
I suppose.
Yeah. Well.
Yep.
I suppose. Yeah.
All right.
All right. What's he firing?
He's
at?
gonna pop a chilled touch and try and just throw like a ice shard at it, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, it's the ghastly skeletal hand. I guess he's gonna skeletal hand punch the fucking circuit.
I point out where I saw the circuit, so.
Okay.
Will he have
Nicholas.
advantage if he knows the exact place he's got to punch?
If he knows the exact place he's got to punch, I'll say he can have advantage for that.
All right. $19?
19, that'll hit. All right. So, as you guys back away from the mural, Nicholas charges up a chilled touch. Charges up his his chilled touch cantrip, and fires it off towards the mural, aiming very specifically and very precisely for the vital sections of the magic circuit. And as soon as the attack hits, it crashes into the wall, leaving a broken piece of magical circuit there. But as soon as the dust settles, the circuit begins to light up, tracing along the length of the circuit. Begins to glow a chilling blue.
I'm going to take another step back.
And as soon as it finishes its lap of the circuit, it goes through the circuit again, this time turning a deep purple.
We're gonna
Step behind
back
Rakan
up
now.
even further and get behind,
I'll
like, can I get me and the skeleton behind protection, like a pillar or something?
You can
We
hide
hide behind the dragons.
You can hide behind the dragon statues, yeah.
Yes,
I
okay.
think I'm going to do the same.
It's fine,
And,
the jewels will live.
The thief is
And
worried
then
more about
as-
the jewels than our lives.
As it
The
completes
jewels are far more durable, my friend.
and as it completes the second lap of the circuit, it continues around once more, this time turning the circuit a deep abyssal black.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
For completing the circuit.
Uh-oh.
And as it finishes
What a
the
great
third
idea! Break the mural.
and as it finishes the third lap of the circuit, it begins to crack along the wall. Like a crack begins to form and shatter along the length of the mural. And the mural begins to tumble, crumbling to pieces as it falls to the ground, exposing another room behind the wall. Within this room, you can see very clearly a large entity, seemingly peacefully asleep in the room beyond. As you look at this creature, you can see. You can sort of assume, based on the context clues and what's around it, that if standing at full height, it would be even taller than Sinner. And as you look at it, you can see a mane of fiery red hair on the area of its neck, and you can see its large sleeping mass as the stomach, as it moves up and down as it breathes. You can see a long scorpion-like tail coiling around the back.
Ooh.
It's clearly asleep at the moment. But what is in front of you, you can identify. Oh, and I should not forget the large leathery wings on it as well. So so you can recognize this entity as a sleeping manticore.
Oh, boy.
You want to be really quiet.
Falcon
Okay.
is just walking more backwards, and he's like,
Yeah,
break the
I'm
mural.
with him. I'm with him.
Yeah, had to break the mural, didn't you? Break the mural. Broke it anyway. Look
No,
what you
no,
did.
it's fine because now we have a chance to kill it while it's asleep.
So
You're just gonna wake it up.
as you guys are, as this vision is as this appears in front of you, the soldiers that have come along with you are a little shaken by the events.
Forgot they were there.
Yeah.
There's four
and
of
they
them.
begin to speak to each other. We need to get back to town. We need to let them know the four of us, and even with these outsiders, we can't handle this. And they all sort of nod towards each other, and they sort of look to your group for confirmation on what it is you'll be doing.
Can I look to like the lead guard? What was his name? Is it Bezier?
Yes, Bazir's the leader. Yeah.
I'm gonna look to Bezier. You got
Say
What?
Say again. You're cutting out.
explosives.
Wait, you
Your
cut out for
robot
most
voice
of
is
that.
bad.
It cut out for most of that.
Okay, I need to get further away from Mike when I do robot. I think. Do you have any explosives in town?
Explosives. It's not a thing we keep on hand.
Well, it's something we're gonna need now.
Whose mistake was that?
I look to the guards, and they're like, you know, if we did. I look at them, I look at the most confident face I have. I say, you're entirely right. God, we're gonna need help. You guys got to go. Get us some help. Return.
Okay. They sort of nod at you. You know, it didn't take much convincing on their end, so the four of them begin to sneak out.
And before they go, I tell them, you guys have to remember,
Okay.
if this thing gets out, you will be the last line of defense. So be on guard. I don't want this thing going. I don't want this thing going near the city.
Can I inform them to bring back Big Boom? We need anything that can explode this cavern.
What does that mean? Hi
don't
guys,
like-
I need you guys to bring back the big boom, please.
Yeah.
Oh no,
So-
the dwarves used it.
So
Okay.
the four of them managed to make it back to the staircase. All four of them passed their stealth checks without making too much noise and without awakening the sleeping entity in front of you.
Why did you send them off though? Consulting anyone? Oh, okay. Without them, I am not confident about fighting this thing. Without them.
I wasn't confident either way.
Yeah.
More about them
I wasn't
protecting us.
confident even with them.
I sent them away because I felt like it would be good. We need someone to protect them in case this thing gets outside.
Okay.
I don't like what you're implying.
That way
we need
someone
to-
will know.
We need to be careful not to wake it up. And I'm not. How far away is the manticore, by the way?
The Manticore is immediately on the other side of where the mural was, so it's about... You guys walked back about 30 feet from the mural, so it's about 35 feet from you.
At least we know it's a somewhat heavy sleeper.
Okay. We have two options I see before us. One, we all sneak up close to it and we sneak attack it while it's asleep. Two, we wait by the entrance and wait for backup.
Okay, how far away did you say we were from
About
the Manticore?
35 feet. About 35 feet.
Oh. So,
Nicholas. Yeah.
I am going to do something with Nicholas that is known as, fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Gonna mold earth or something?
I'm gonna have Nicholas slightly, quietly walk forward and cast Mold Earth on the terrain above the Manticore.
Okay.
And
Wait,
it's
can
gonna
we
be a
put-
5 feet cube of earth dropping on top of the Manticore.
Can we
Okay.
run first? Can we run first?
It's a
I
5
see
foot
him.
cube of dirt.
Okay.
How much does
I
dirt?
see him
How much
going-
does a cube of dirt weigh?
It's a
Is
good
that something we
question.
have enrichment of?
Probably not enough.
You
And how
trust
big?
us,
It
though.
depends on how big the cube is.
Okay, the 1 cube of dirt, 1 cubic foot of soil, 74 to 110 pounds. Let me do this math.
This is a
It's like
manticore.
1,000 pounds.
This is a Manticore.
It is 9,250 pounds of dirt
Okay.
dropped on top of the Manticore.
Okay.
Head.
On top of its head, yes. So basically 10,000 pounds of dirt.
Okay.
Would he have advantage since it's asleep
Yes.
to cast it? Wait, does cantrips need to be rolled?
It
Yes.
depends on the cantrip.
You need to roll damage.
You have to. It depends on the cantrip.
Mold Earth. Components is S. Casting time, 1 action. Cast at will. Where does it say you got to roll for it?
It will say if you need to make a spell casting roll or not. If it doesn't have make a spell casting roll, it doesn't require a roll.
I don't see it say it. So does it just
me check.
activate for free?
Let me just check.
Sounds like it.
Straight up nasty.
That's
Look,
like
Yeah,
broken.
no, it
some-
doesn't require a roll.
Okay, so I drop the dirt on top of the manticore, all 9,000 pounds of it, and that's on the low end.
Okay. So, Nicholas raises his hand.
Actually,
and casts-
we're underground. There's gonna be stone in that, isn't there?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
you're pretty deep underground. You're
Okay,
pretty
so
deep
that's gonna be
underground.
probably solid stone. So that would be
Like, look, Will, you killed it. Okay, calm down.
10,000 pounds of dirt.
Okay.
But we don't know we killed it yet.
Okay.
I
Alright,
feel like we
I'll-
just crippled the fucker, and now he's pissed.
So,
Well,
as you,
well, then
as
you should have dropped it on his
Nicholas,
spine.
as Nicholas raises his hand and casts mold earth on the earth above the manticore, condensing it into a compact cube and dropping it onto the manticore. You look, and as you watch, the dirt begins to crumble around the manticore. And as you look closely, you can see it doesn't look like it's even touching the manticore. It's almost like there's a barrier between the manticore and the earth. But it does make a lot of noise. We're about to see how heavy a sleeper this manticore is.
I'm going to stand
That
behind the
one
robot.
sleeps. He's still
No.
asleep, please.
I
Aw.
So,
You.
as the dust settles from this attempt, and the loud shaking and rumbling of the earth forming and falling on top of the manticore begins to subside, you've now buried this manticore under a mountain of stone. But you see that stone and earth begins to shift as something begins to rise from beneath it. You see a
Wait.
pair.
Oh fuck.
You see a pair of wings sprout out from the earth and begin to flap to move the dirt out of the way, and the manticore begins to climb out of the dirt and begins to toss
went
its
away.
head to get the dirt out of its mane.
While it's unveiling itself, I went away.
I'm running too.
I think
Alright.
Sinner's gonna pick up Nicholas and fucking run to
Nice going, you stupid
Quick
undead,
question.
whatever you are.
That's all the free kids are doing it.
big enough to go up to not be able to fit up the stairs.
Is what big
What's
enough?
up there already?
Is
You
the
walk
opening
down the
big enough
stairs.
for the manticore to get down up it?
It's only a little bit bigger than you, and you were able to get through.
I
Oh shit.
very gingerly run for my life.
Yes.
Can I pick up Nicholas and tell him to just start spamming mold earth on the stairs to collapse them? As we
Yeah,
run up
collapse
it?
behind us.
You can try, yeah. Okay. So, as you guys begin to run up the stairs, you have Nicholas cast Mold Earth to repeatedly to try and close off the staircase.
Just drop the entire
as you guys-
ceiling.
As
As
you,
we're going, he just keeps the entire ceiling just keeps collapsing behind us.
as you guys are running, you begin to hear, as you're heading towards the stairs, you begin to hear a manic laughter from behind you. And as
His
you guys,
mic just explode.
yeah,
Oh, there he is.
yeah. So you hear that manic laughter from behind you as you begin to head for the stairs. Is any of you turning around to see what it was?
Fuck no.
I mean,
Fuck no.
hey, wait, technically, Nicholas is being carried by Senna, so
Okay,
we can very easily
Is
look behind
Nicholas
him.
The
seeing it?
stream did catch Josh's laugh because it just came through on my headphones.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Discord doesn't like my energy.
Same.
So
Does Nicholas see?
Nicholas
looks
does. Nicholas does see. He looks back to see another cloaked figure in the room coming through some kind of opening in the wall that he's just opened, and he seems to be quite entertained by the ruckus you've caused.
I don't like him.
Nicholas just be like, how the fuck did that have a shield?
I haven't even unlocked counterspell yet.
You're beginning to wonder if maybe this isn't a regular manticore. Whoa, crazy.
I assume that someone else cast a spell on the manticore.
That's what I was assuming, too.
Yeah, well,
Is this where
You don't know.
reveal the custom monsters to fuck with us?
yeah. You have no idea what's
The
going on.
manticore, you don't need to
I'm gonna be
customize
honest, this
boy.
manticore had a shield because Josh didn't want to hear me calculate falling damage of 13 tons of dirt.
That's not it, but
Probably
sure. That's not it, but sure. You can keep telling yourself that. So, as you guys begin to head up the stairs, slowly collapsing them, as you make your way up, you eventually reach the surface, and
I just can Nicholas continue just fucking collapsing the stairway
Yes.
as we already at the
So-
surface.
yeah, as you're at the surface, Nicholas kind of seals up this the staircase. There's no way to access the staircase.
Hi, Mom.
So, but as you guys reach the surface, you begin to hear a rumbling, and the ground starts to shake beneath you.
Guys, I'm not extremely confident about this. And I just start running. Are we pretty much like outside the door of the building, or are we
Yeah,
in the middle of the?
You've made it to the surface. You guys are probably running in the opposite direction, but Nicholas was over there closing up the.
I know, I'm
staircase.
still with him. I'm
just running-
holding him as he does it.
Oh yeah, so you're still with him, yeah.
I'm running for the cover of the trees. I'm just trying to get behind some
That's
trees,
where
and
I'm
I'll turn
going.
around and
I'm
watch.
going to trees. I'm going. I was gonna go into the trees too.
Like behind
That
some
just-
bushes.
There's
I'll
plenty
turn
of
around and
trees.
watch- yeah,
There's
do it.
plenty of trees for everyone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get to the bushes, then I'll turn around and watch.
I find Bont in the same tree I'm going to. Bont, this is my tree. You
I was
thief,
here
this
first.
is my tree. Don't steal my tree.
I
too.
was
Guess
here
I'll
first.
find a tree too.
Can Sinner pick up Nicholas and fucking run to the tree line too?
You can, yes.
Mara
Yeah,
shows up
I'll-
at the same
I'll
tree
throw.
me and Volgrand are fighting over.
I think I'm
We
gonna
all just
win
wind
this
up at
fight.
the same tree. That sounds good.
Okay, so we all peek through it
Shred-
like
I find
Scooby
the
Doo.
same tree.
As we all get to the tree line, can we just stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You can roll stealth, yeah.
Sure, why not?
So,
Sure.
Oh my.
17.
Sinner just rolled nat 20 plus 3 on stealth.
All right.
I have a 22.
I
Okay.
have a 9.
this is not gonna be fun. This is not
Nicholas rolled a 15 on stealth.
Okay. What'd you roll, Steve?
gonna be fun. A 10.
Okay, so everybody
How the
except
fuck is the robot more stealthy?
everybody except Valgrand and Rohan passes. So
This makes sense.
as you guys are ducked behind the trees, some of you better concealed than others, the rumbling of the earth continues, and you see a magic circle begin to illuminate on the earth in this. It fills up this entire clearing, this entire circular clearing. And as it does so, as it finishes the illuminating the entire circuit, the earth begins to move and misshape itself. And it begins to misshape itself in a very specific way. It opens up a direct line, a direct tunnel straight down into the earth towards the area that you just left.
Fuck.
And you can hear...
Also has mold earth.
Yeah, and you can hear footsteps beginning to head through this tunnel. Very loud large, heavy footsteps.
What the fuck? Fuck. Just fuck.
Almost like waking it up was a bad idea.
Look,
You know my
man, it
favorite-
had a shield when it was asleep. We wouldn't even have
Can I
succeeded
say-
anyways.
Can I say something funny about this situation, though? We're all like,
I'm about to die.
okay, really, we're gonna go ahead and wake up the beast. Will's not gonna get blamed.
Nicholas is.
I was down with running right away.
All right.
My entire plan was to run the entire time. I was just like, you know, it'd be funny if Nicholas tried to drop 14,000 pounds of dirt on the fucking man.
That would be in his character, yes.
Yeah.
His character would be smart enough to be like, I wonder if this would work.
So,
And it didn't.
as you guys are standing there watching this happen, a bit of time goes by and the footsteps grow closer and closer. And you can hear now the sounds of heavy breathing and growling. You can hear the sounds of massive leathery wings being stretched out and rubble being cleared off of them. And eventually you begin to see it poke through the opening that it's created. Its head first, and then its feet, its body, until at last it is completely surfaced in front of you. It glances around the tree line.
He doesn't notice the giant robot because it's professionally looking like a tree.
Yeah. He does notice the Sully Bard and and Druid as well. He does notice them very very clearly trying to hide, but it seems like they weren't very good at it. So, which of you awoke me from my slumber?
Oh, you
We
can
point
talk.
to each other.
Oh,
He's just pointing to Rohan, and Rohan's pointing to...
Yeah.
No, it's...
actually, there was an earthquake recently. It was crazy. It's a real
It's
danger
all just
when...
a natural case of natural events. Would you believe it?
Yeah, an
We're actually-
earthquake happened. It happens.
We're actually from the city. We're here just to mock it.
Roll
We're here to-
deception. Wait, roll deception.
roll.
Okay, I'm
Roll
gonna try to
deception.
like an earthquake happened.
Please let it
What's your-
succeed.
What's your
Deception.
deception modifier? What's your deception modifier?
+5, but it got
Okay.
a 2, so 7.
7.
7.
That's not gonna do it.
And I have a +5
It's gonna begin making its way towards you, Rohan.
Wait, so
Oh.
me? If we're talking?
The Manticore.
Yes.
Oh, I thought the guy came up with the manticore.
Yeah. No,
Oh.
it's the Manticore. Begins making its way to you. Each heavy footstep. Even though you're sure it's not shaking the ground, it seems like your entire vision is shaking every time it steps.
That's called a seizure.
And it stops directly in front of you. And it's now, you were able to see it from afar earlier, but it's now that it's right in front of you, you truly realize how large this Manticore is.
My word.
Yeah.
Well, this is by no means like, I was not the one who awoke you, my apologies. I have no intention of
If not
causing any trouble for you, sir.
If not you, then who?
Well,
Well,
What do you think, fellas?
I
We
actually
sell out the skeleton.
Someone was around here recently, but I didn't. I saw him run off, but I'm not sure where.
Roll
How-
deception.
how-
Roll
how-
deception.
No, it's not a lie. I didn't see him
Come on.
hide. How do I know he hide?
Quick question,
I-
how close is the Manticore to center?
I'm telling the truth. I don't know what. I just saw him hide.
Okay,
I don't
roll
know.
roll persuasion then. How
I-
close is the Manticore to Sinner?
Yes.
You're in the roll it. Yeah, no, okay, just roll it.
Oh, 10, 15.
15.
Yeah.
The Manticore starts to look around. And it's going to look through the trees in front of it or sort of behind you, but in front of it. And it's going to smile at you. It's your lucky day. Because I believe you.
Oh,
And he starts...
I am honored.
He sort of begins to head towards the tree line.
Would it happen to be the tree line where Sinner is standing?
It does, yeah. Funnily enough.
As it gets close, can Sinner do a stabbing strike right into the Manticore's eye with his bow staff?
That's
From
not a bad
stealth
idea.
position?
You should do it.
Sure. You
As
can
he's
try.
stealth, does he get advantage since he's stealthed?
Hold on.
You would get advantage,
Hold on.
yeah.
Okay.
Two-handed stabbing strike directly to the eye of the bow staff? I like that.
Did anyone forget he had the shield?
Fuck
That
shield.
blocked 13,000 pounds of rock.
Does a 22 directly in the eye hit?
It does hit. But
Oh.
as you go to strike it, or rather I should say it would hit, because as you go to strike it, your bow staff ricochets off of the shield around the Manticore.
So, am I further away from Sinner?
The Manticore laughs at you, as it now knows exactly where you are.
Can I, so how close am I to what's going on over there?
You were hiding in the trees near, Rohan, correct? Or was it near?
Yeah, around there. More closer to Volgrant.
More closer to Valgren. So you're about
Yeah.
10. You're about 10 feet away then.
So
About
when
10,
I see
15 feet away.
so when I see the staff hit the shield instead, I'm gonna pull out my bow and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it to try and distract it.
Okay. Roll the shot. Yeah. Roll accuracy.
Ooh, 20.
A nat 20?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. So
That doesn't matter.
you fire a shot. The arrow hits its target exactly. You're sure it would have been a kill shot if not for it ricocheting off of the shield. The Manticore turns.
I'm beginning to sense a pattern.
Well, it's almost.
Am I still hidden? Or could he see me now?
He
He didn't see where the arrow came from. 'Cause I was behind him.
he can find you.
Okay.
So, he looks back towards you, about 10 feet away in the forest.
Okay, so,
Now.
there seems to be a situation, IRL.
Yeah?
My brother is broke down in Orlando.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, dear.
No one in our house can go.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yo, Josh, you wanna go pick them up?
Uh,
Get paid if you do.
I don't... I'm not sure where in... That's... Yeah, we're gonna...
Yeah, it's kind of an issue. Fuck, I don't know who. Can
Well,
get them.
one sec. Really quick, we're gonna go on break here, guys, for a second. And, we'll
'Cause
be
this
back in
is
just
a
a
pretty
bit.
bad issue.
Yeah. Okay.
Alrighty, guys. So sorry we were on break for so long, but we are gonna have to end the stream here really quickly. An emergency's come up that we have to take care of. We're gonna try and do a makeup session, either sometime next week or sometime before the next session. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we will